They have everything. Tiramisu, chicken cutlet, all the kinds of salads you could possibly imagine. Tomato pie. I do believe that's you all cocked your heads.
I know it.
All of your heads went, in the same direction. You're gonna want to play that back.
Slow motion.
Welcome to House of Maher, a Wave original. We have a few house rules.
Girls are magic.
Reading is hot.
And so are you. I'm the middle sister, Ilona Maher.
I'm the eldest daughter and matriarch of the next generation, Olivia Maher.
And I'm Adrianna Maher, the baby.
And I'm Kylie, the fourth Maher sister.
Very exciting. You really had to slip in that matriarch thing, Olivia.
Sorry.
Huh? Dang. Okay.
My dad always calls me that because I'm the first grandbaby, cousin, everything. So the matriarch of the next generation.
Jen, we'll be at family dinners or something, or it's just a random person. And this is Olivia Maher, the matriarch of the next generation.
I love it. It's got quite a ring to it. I don't know.
She feels good every time. We have Kylie Kelce on. This is so exciting. We've wanted to have you on for a minute. You're an icon yourself. You are the host of the chart-topping sensation that is the Not Gonna Lie podcast, and because you don't lie.
I don't.
You're going to tell us straight up.
I am.
You're the mother of 4 daughters, field hockey coach, advocate for the Eagles Autism Foundation. We are so proud to call you our friend. Yeah. Welcome to our house.
Welcome to the House of Maher. And sister. Yes. Sorry, yes, and sister.
New sister as well.
4 girls.
To be fair, we're the two-year gap.
Yeah.
I can just...
You literally slide in right
slid
in.
in.
I'll slide in.
2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years.
Not the matriarch anymore.
Oh.
No, you can keep that. You can keep that.
That is kind of like her thing.
No, you got
one
that.
thing I got going for me.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't want that responsibility, so all you.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for coming to the House of Maher today.
Happy to.
Coming up on today's episode of House of Maher, we're talking Coach Kylie, blind ranking rom-coms, and competition.
We love to kick things off with a touch grass moment, obviously sports, but also let's get grounded in what's going on today, So sometimes people just take life a little too seriously. We're here to remind you to touch grass. Today we thought we would talk about only children. Do you trust them?
What if that's not only children?
Is this a safe space?
It's a safe space.
Absolutely not.
Yep. Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Okay. I will say the closest only child I have to me is my cousin, Marissa. But she was tagged in with my sister and I to a degree that I feel like she did not fully receive the only child experience.
Yes, good.
So she's safe.
We will
she's
say, they kind of scare me a little bit. Sometimes twins who say things at the same time. But
Yes.
Only children, if you have close cousins, that helps.
Yes.
That's not as weird,
It lessens
I
the
think.
blow.
It's so tough for them. I feel for them. I have one of my teammates who's an only child. Well, she's not an only child, but she has much older brothers. And she never had somebody to play with and to socialize with. And she was like, I would have loved to have that. Mm-hmm. Which if you only want to have one kid, also, that's awesome. Do it yourself. But
in this economy.
In this economy.
Them also. Do you want them to be weird?
Set them up for success.
Yes.
At least make sure there's a cousin.
Yes.
Close
Something like that.
cousin,
Yeah.
maybe even a neighbor.
Yes.
You gotta have
depend
a
on
young
that.
kid around.
You know what I remember from when you were in Paris for the Olympics, you were in the box, and one of my sisters, I think, noticed the way that you just loved the kids, that you were talking to the adults, but you saw kids there and you were like the mother gene never leaves you.
Yes. I think it was your coach's daughters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosh.
you just can't.
It got dicey in Paris because it's the longest I've been away from all 3 of the girls at that point, and it got to a point where I was like, I need to see children. That's what I need. I feel like my hands don't know what to do, and I'm not filling water bottles. I'm not opening snacks. What am I doing with my life? And I saw the girls, and they were delightful, and they were very, very close to my girl's age. So then, of course, I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to color? You want to play hide and seek? What do we do?
What you up to?
Yep.
Did you have the coloring supplies on you in that moment at the Paris Olympics?
I would have made them appear. I can figure. We can.
You've got that kind of power now.
Make it happen.
Oh my God.
But then my husband tells a story of when we were watching gymnastics after we left rugby, and I was like, Jay, you gotta turn around and see this baby back here. It's one of the cutest babies I've ever seen. The cheeks were in the stadium headphones. They were the cheeks were, it was outstanding. And naturally my husband turns around and goes, are you joking? I said, why? He said, Michael Phelps is holding that baby.
You didn't see the Michael Phelps?
I was so distracted by the cute child and his cheeks.
It was
I didn't
Michael
even say,
Phelps.
and of course I know who very recognizable.
Like the guy who swims. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's a swimming
Had I,
enthusiast.
he was like, he swam in like an Olympics,
Yeah, something.
like a couple,
Loves
whatever.
water.
Yeah, I think he has one or two medals. Yeah, something.
We'd have to. Can somebody Google that?
Yeah. I would have recognized him, but I was too distracted by his child's cheek. So,
Have you always had this mother gene in you? Like
No.
No.
I mean, I still am not sure that I have it, to be honest.
You're like, maybe you're nursing. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about this job.
Yeah. Ugh, yikes. No, I still, like, I tell everybody I'm winging it. So I don't even necessarily know that I have. I mean, I used to, I will say, some of my college teammates still call me mom. They don't even call me Kylie. So
Even back then, they
guess-
were calling you mom, or is this a
yeah,
new thing?
no. They called me mom back then.
You were like the mom of the team.
Yeah, very much.
And that
I
didn't
think you've always
clue
had
you
it
in.
then.
No, didn't at all. I dropped them off at their dorms and then went back and didn't have that full responsibility. I can't drop the ones I have off now anywhere.
No.
Really, and leave them
They come
without a
crawling
care in the
back.
world. Yeah, they do.
I love babies. I've always been just they could be the cutest dog, but if there's a little baby around, I need them. Whereas these two are like, yeah, they're cute.
I love a baby.
You love
You walked in
babies.
with your baby today. My head went, there's a baby in here.
And
You could feel its
Yeah,
presence.
absolutely. I love a baby.
I'm guessing talking more about like the mom gene.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd love to hold a baby. Yeah. I don't know
You
if I
like
need
to
the
borrow a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
I'd be a great aunt.
I've always known that I wanted to have four kids. So I guess to some degree I was like, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Then that's your. Yeah.
But also now that I'm in motherhood, I would say before motherhood, I was like, give me all the babies.
Yeah.
Now that I'm in motherhood, I'm like, am I doing this right? Every day.
For me, it's not about a gene, but even like hearing like, oh, you're 2 years older than me. She's got 4. What am I? I'm like, am I behind? I'm not. Like, but like, it's always that constant battle. Like, there's no timeline. I'm not behind. It's just like what's happening for me. And for me, it's always been like, I want the situations to be right, but I've never really had a partner where I'm like, I should bring a child into the world.
Yes.
So if it happens, hell yeah. But for now, I don't know. I would love to have a little baby eventually, but
Yeah. Don't rush it.
Ilona is always talking about, she's like, I'm going to look amazing pregnant. Random day. We're like, hello?
She loves it. I believe that with my whole heart.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel it deep in my bones. Like I just feel like this body was made for it.
Right.
You know, I
You
just
do
know
have good
it.
hips.
We
I
got
got good hips. I got good
birth
birthing hips.
I will tell you, the first time that I walked into my first OB appointment, one of the older OBs walked past me and was like, you're going to be great. And I was like,
Oh,
And those ladies
What?
know.
and it was, I got an explanation later, but the height,
why?
because it distributes differently. People will see me when I am 8-9 months pregnant and they'll say, oh, wow, you're not really, like, I would expect you to be bigger. And I'm like, do you know how much torso I have that this child has to hide in? Yeah. A lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, great for concerts.
Yeah.
Great for pregnancy.
That's it.
Cause you're a big lady like us, 5'11".
You can say big bitch, or we call
Big bitch? No, sorry, we say
Yeah.
we were saying a lot of other words the other day too. But you're 5'11", a big bitch.
Yes, 1,000%.
Yeah, and you love it. How did you get to the point of loving that?
Took me a minute. It took me a minute. I went into high school at 5'10". So, needless to say, the boys had not caught up yet. And it makes
Have
for
they
some
even?
really weird. No, they still have. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Junior year.
Yeah. No, it made for some really weird feedback of like, I got called a man a lot. I was also like, I've always been a member of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. That's me, myself, and I. Yep. Hello.
Founding member.
Representation is here. So I wasn't helping myself. So I was like tall, flat as a board. Yeah.
Athletic.
I mean, I had an ass.
Yeah, you did.
But the front, no, at one point I was told I was so flat I was jealous of the wall. So, yeah.
Oh, that'll stick with
Silence
you.
the room, everybody. I need everyone to
There
know
was,
that
there was an
silence the room.
audible ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
You were probably also way better at sports than any of them ever could have been. So
Well,
I
I
imagine
just-
that factored into it.
I mean, God given, you got like reach and legs.
Yeah.
You're already
Coordination.
3 steps ahead in a few ways.
And you found field hockey through that. You were like, let me find the sport where the shortest people
Thrive. Where the shortest people thrive, I will do that.
Where I have to bend on the ground.
Yes, I still make fun of myself about that. My dad tried to cement the hoop in the backyard and everything for basketball. He's 6'9". He was really trying. He was trying. It didn't stick.
Are you always asked if you played volleyball?
All the time.
Yeah.
There's a rotation. It's like, did you play basketball? Did you play volleyball? Did you row? And that's where you know they're grasping at straws. They're like, I'm trying to come up with something. Nothing. Everyone. No.
You got asked if you did gymnastics once when somebody saw your Olympic hat.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh.
I don't know if you know gymnastics. If that's
You've
the
never
case,
been
you
near a
think
gymnast.
This is on the no, that's not right at all. Actually, I would not go far. But thankfully, I did feel lucky too. I remember we had to just go solo to the ground, but I always loved it. I thought it was a great sport. But then we did the basketballs and softballs as well.
Yeah. Basketball didn't stick.
We had a little shot putter over here too.
Shot putter and discus, but I did field hockey. And I remember the coach would sometimes yell at me because I was too aggressive, and I was like, "Well, give me a sport that I can be aggressive in, and I feel like this should be it."
Yes.
But then I was like, I guess I'll just put out my aggression with the heavy object.
That works.
Yeah, it was great.
It's funny because people, I don't think, realize that tall people excel at throwing. So
And it's all so much
It's all
of it is
legs.
in the legs.
It is.
They think you need to have so much upper body strength. I'm
if you're
so weak
using
up here.
your upper body, especially for shot put, you are going to injure yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Really? Did you shot put? You know a
I
lot about
did
this.
shot, disc, jab.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you play any other sports?
I did. You know, you start with everything. Like when you're younger, you test it all out. Lacrosse, soccer, all of it. And then I don't necessarily know that I leaned into gymnastics. I think we saw the writing on the wall with that one. I
dad
Irish
being 6'9"
danced for a
being that?
long time. Long
Oh,
time.
I saw a video.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yikes.
Whose idea was that? Was that mom's idea? Dad's idea? Where did that come from? That seems so specific.
I don't know. The town that we lived in is very, very Irish. So we just leaned in, I think. And my sister did it. And, you know, as soon as the older sister's doing it, you're like, when can I do it?
Right.
Story of my life.
Yeah. I'm next. Sub me in. And that's, it was a lot of years of feshes.
I took a hip hop dance class once, and my mom made her come with me, and she was miserable and in the back of the class the whole time.
That sounds right.
And now, who was on Dancing with the Stars? Interesting.
I didn't want to get ahead of the game. That's why I didn't do the hip hop dancing. I wanted to.
I don't want to use this up now.
Yeah.
You saved it.
Do you see any of those sorts of like pairings within your own daughters? Like, do you see, like, I know they're very young, but do you think the two close in age will be like closer, or is it the two middle, or?
It's funny right now, our two oldest are only 17 months apart. So for a while they were like thick as thieves. Like they would go and do stuff. Our oldest would always be like, push it off the counter. Like, and I would be like, I can hear you. And then our second would be like, and push it off the counter. I'm like, you didn't have to do it. But now our second and our third seem to be pairing up.
Oh.
So I'm a little bit worried about that because of the power of suggestion and how it works on our second and how manipulative our third is. So
Third to the second.
our third child is, I mean, she's manipulative to everyone. I want to clear that up. She's I mean, batshit crazy. She is.
Right.
How so?
I mean, she's 2 years old, freshly two.
Right.
Well, end of February. She turned 2 and she is actively trying to do things to better her day.
Okay.
And not in a straightforward way. So recently she poured some water on herself. I watched her. She went to take a drink and then thought about it, poured some water down herself. And then promptly went to the nearest adult and went, dress wet, take it off. And I said, I'm going to see how this plays out. The person, like, I'm pretty sure it was my husband, takes the dress off. And then she goes, I get a new dress. Come on. And I was like, ooh, because we had recently had a conversation about how mom's not doing laundry just to do laundry. And so we're not going to wear 17 outfits in a day. We're not doing that. Apparently we are doing that. So she made sure that could happen. Lucky for me, my mom did a little, I mean, she worked I bow down to her. She knows what she's doing. She tried to pull the same shit with my mom. And my mom said, no, we don't need a new dress. I'll pop it in the dryer. You'll have it back in 10 minutes. And I was like, get her, Lise. Yeah. So
What did she think of that? Was she okay with it?
Now
she
I'm
was scared of her.
She was stumped. It's one of those times where like she didn't even have the space to cry about being upset about that choice because she was so deep in like how'd you get one over on me? How'd you work that?
You won this time.
Yeah, exactly. You won the battle, you won't win the war situation.
What do they call your mom?
Nana.
Nana. Okay.
It's a very soft, like sweet name. It's appropriate. She's like the best.
She's a Nana.
She's a Nana.
From what I hear, is like, are the terrible twos real? Have you found it from every kid?
No, they each have an age that they've hit where I'm like, oof, there it is. Our 4-year-old right now, when she hit 4, I was like, ugh, what is that? No. Yeah, no. Yeah,
Do you ever get worried that when your kids get older and we'll see the clips of you talking about them when they're younger?
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do. Because I'm gonna be like, do you know what mom was going through? You did
spoke
that.
true.
Yeah, you did that. I didn't lie.
Did sugarcoat it?
Not gonna.
You know what's funny is I can pretty much tell the story of how you and Jason met
Isn't that horrible?
because the amount of times you have to share it.
Aren't you so sick of
I was
hearing
like,
about
well,
the
the
Kelces?
thing was, she was on an app, and then she went and met him at the bar, and he was so drunk, right? But she's the most beautiful woman he's ever seen in his life. Like I can tell it. How does it feel?
You
like
just
telling that?
nailed that.
I know.
Oh my
His friend
god.
carried him home.
Yes, legitimately.
So yeah, you're good.
That's it. We're good. That's how we met. The end. I'm bringing you next time. Next time I'm like, hold on, please, Ilona.
Well, so we're all single here.
Yes.
We're all single, bigger, tall women.
Yes.
With no personality.
With no personality.
Among any of us.
Clearly none. Yeah.
Chill. I guess I'd like to know, do you have any like tips for us as we enter this? We're in the scene, not entering it. We're in it.
We've been in it.
We've been in it. Like, it's kind of, we're posted up. Do you have any tips for us? Also, like, I think even being a taller, bigger girl, like I sometimes feel self-conscious about it, or I'm like, oh, I don't know if he would like me because I am, bigger or more muscular.
So I've seen a clip recently, I believe it was a House of Maher clip, where you said that you would accept a man of smaller
king.
stature.
Yes.
Smaller stature. Yes, I would.
Is that a yes from everyone?
Depends on how funny they are. Well, okay. If you've got someone, you send them my way. Do you have someone?
I mean, come on, guys.
Cut
Kylie,
the cameras.
stop.
Dead ass.
Kylie, stop. I just started blushing.
Guys, come
We're
on.
all looking to be set up.
Come on.
And if it's got your approval, I think height.
Yeah.
Height doesn't matter.
Okay. I have to be honest. I was always like, they have to be taller. Mm-hmm. I think having a dad that was so much taller than me, like being around people in our family, like even my aunts are like significantly taller. I was like, this is something I'm not going to waver on.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold firm. But you know what? Short kings, they love to be like, I'm going to climb that tree.
Yeah. Hey.
I've been told that line multiple times.
And it worked how many?
0.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Good point.
I am very grateful that I'm not on dating apps right now, because when I was on Tinder, I like to remind people of this. You couldn't like pay 99 cents and back up. You know what I mean? Like once you swiped left, they were gone forever. Like I don't know how that works now, but I hear there's like ways you can
There's subscriptions.
go
Don't even
back
worry
to other.
about it.
Yeah.
And you hear it's spooky out here, right? Have you been hearing these?
I have heard.
Yeah.
Which app is it that has voice memos?
Hinge, and it is the scariest thing in the world.
Oh
my God.
Because I've heard the voice memos when they're funny. I have not heard creepy ones.
Oh, because some people are trying to be funny and they're just missing the mark. And also, I have a firm belief that every guy is lowering their voice several pitches to sound
When
like
they record
deeper
it?
and sexier.
Yeah.
And so I'm already automatically grossed out from that. And it's just like the weirdest thing. It's like their impression of like Cher, and it's the worst thing you've ever heard. And it's so bad that it's not even funny.
Sure.
And it's just, it feels so intimate to hear your voice when I'm just on your profile like that. So I don't like it.
It does seem weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have advice.
I know.
It's okay.
Rough out here.
How tall is Jason?
He's 6'3".
Okay. So for you, it's
But really, that's one of the reasons why I think why I swiped right was because he had all these pictures with like people next to him, and I was like,
Oh,
that's
he's
a big
tall.
boy.
big.
This is a big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
And then other than that, what else drew you to him? Like, was it What about it? Like conversation, his personality funny?
It's funny. His bio was extremely sarcastic. It was like, I want to have long conversations and talk about like having babies or something. Like it was so sarcastic that I was like, yeah. Okay.
Sarcasm can be hard to do, especially communicate via
Very
just
much
words on a screen.
Yeah.
So that's,
and then jokes on him because we did all of it.
yeah,
He did all of it. Yeah.
Manifested
He
that.
did. He didn't even know it.
King of manifestation.
Careful what you write.
Long emotional conversations, babies.
Babies.
Nailed it.
Well, I'm still thinking about my partner now that you have for me. If you have somebody for me,
Okay.
we'll talk later.
I'm really hung up on that.
Why am I planning a life with him already? Crazy.
I will say the short king really opens it up.
Yes. My thing is first off, I'm really not getting any bites, so I'm just gonna start lowering standards. I'm just kidding. I won't. Maybe I will.
No.
But we're a family about like conversation and connecting in that way, and like humor. Like, are they funny? A lot of people aren't funny, and if you can't make me laugh or at least think I'm funny, then I just don't see the point there. So I found some really tall dudes.
They didn't need to.
No.
That's it. That's it. They didn't need
They have to work for it.
No, because everything is just, you're tall.
Girls will love it.
That's it.
Come flocking to you.
No, I do understand that aspect of it. I think, okay, maybe I do have advice. I think maybe you lean into a slightly nerdier demographic.
Yep, I'm down. Already there.
Because, are you? Because I say it all the time. My husband was a saxophone player, competition jazz band in high school. That's balance right there.
That's balance. And the NFL.
If that doesn't
like, come
get
on.
you going, I don't know what will.
I think guys are lying on profiles to make it seem like they're more nerdy than they are. Because I was duped on a date. It was like a year ago. And I was like, oh, he's cute. He's a little nerdy. And I went on this date. Why is it a surfer guy in front of me?
He was too hot. Damn.
He was trying to be too cool. Like, I'm talking like shirt unbuttoned a little bit up here. Like the glasses gone. Like
it felt
hair
like an act?
tousled.
It wasn't authentic?
Yeah, it was totally an act. And I was like, what is going on
he had a
here?
glow up and you were like,
wanted the nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't what I agreed to. This is, I don't know you.
I'm down for a nerd if it's like the kind that showers and like has good hygiene.
sure. The ones that aren't in mom's basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Who like work in, what's the smartest like science field to work in?
Cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is great.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, we'll take one of them.
Do you know anyone in cybersecurity?
I might have a connect.
Wow.
Guys, not me. I'm racking my brain over here. I got this.
If one of us marries somebody that you set us up with, you have to officiate the wedding. You are aware of that. You've signed, sealed, delivered that.
Done.
Perfect. Have you ever officiated a wedding?
No, but I'm game.
Heck yeah.
I'm so game.
Okay,
I'm gonna
good.
talk about how it started right here.
Right here, right now.
House of Maher set.
New York City.
I love it so much. I'm doing it just so that I can do that.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
She's going to have a spreadsheet for
We'll
us.
give you a sash too. Matchmaker.
Yes.
A matchmaker sash. So you have a podcast, Not Gonna Lie, where you are just completely honest yourself. Have you always been this way? Like, did you go through an awkward phase, or were you always like to the point, or how did it get that way? Did your sister help?
Was
Or
there
were
a
you bullying
catalyst?
Your sister?
I've always been that way. Our family is very much the straight to the point and talk about everything. So there was no secrets. There was no like being ashamed of anything. It was, we're going straight at it. And it's always in a kind way, but always as honest as it gets, really. I have one friend who's even more honest than me. Sometimes when when you need to hear it, I'm like, hey, Burr, what do you think about this?
It's a risky sitch.
Yeah, and she'll straight up tell you. She'll tell you straight up. She's like, do not wear that. Do not step foot out of the house in that. That's not it. Try again.
Love that.
Yeah.
Do you notice friends avoiding you so that like they don't get the hard truth from you?
No, because I do read the room.
Okay.
I always say, if I can't be honest, I just won't say it. So if I couldn't be honest with a friend about something because I know that they have a little bit more of a sensitive soul, I'll either land it significantly more gently or we'll just leave that one alone.
Leave it alone. But
Yeah.
maybe your silence is actually louder than anything in that case. Yeah. Alona's best friend and I will sometimes get together and be like, I can't talk to Ilona about this because she's going to be too real about it and make me come back to reality. I can't do that. I won't have it. She's being too straight up and she's making it way too much sense.
Too rational.
Way too much sense. That's her for me.
I have an easier time, like, like thinking so black and white with some things, like they say. I'm just like, no, you don't want to do that
For other people,
For
though.
other people,
She's not
you
great
wanna
at
do
it
that.
for
So
herself.
it's kooky up here. But you know, this is like this. And I imagine now though with your, it's not even like kind of like you're moving into fame in a way, and like such a different, it's had to also help you as well, as like so many people want things from you. So much stuff is going on. You have to protect your kids and everything like that.
Yeah, I think I'm still convinced that like the idea of fame when it comes to me specifically, I'm like, nah, that's not happening. That's not a thing. That's not, because it's not. I mean, I'm not. Like, I can still, like, I equate it to, like, I can still go to the grocery store. I can still live my life and, like, not be disrupted on a daily basis. And I don't mean disrupted in, like, a negative way, but disrupted in, like, that, like, I would see people out. I am by no means famous, and I like it that way.
Cool, you think that. Is your sister, like, your best friend, or do you have another best friend? I love knowing about best friends. It's, like, my thing.
I have other best friends. My sister and I growing up, because it was only the two of us, we were either the best of friends or mortal enemies. Mm-hmm. And there was no in between. Like Jason, my husband, obviously did not have any female siblings. He didn't have any sisters. He didn't have any first cousins. Like the man, there's a reason he has 4 daughters. He needed that in his life. That was balance. I don't know. My sister and I, we would fight. And then the first time that Jason ever witnessed a fight he was like, that was pretty cutthroat. And then 15 minutes later, my sister and I, of course, naturally, were like, are you hungry? Like, what do you want? Do you want Chipotle? Like, what are we getting? And he was like, what was that? Mm-hmm. Why but you were so mean to each other.
You disowned each other in that.
Yeah. And I still think back to like, oh, you were so blessed to not have to be in cat fights, but here we are. Mm-hmm. But no, I have like my closest friends. I have 2 friends from college who were my college teammates, and one friend whose husband worked with Jason, that are like, if I need anything or like need to vent, really, I'm
They're
like,
your people.
Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard this sometimes about like sisters when it's just 2 of them, because it's just the 2, like back and forth, instead of like, you know, almost a nice ping-ponging relationship with more than that. So I guess your girls have that to look forward to. Well, I've heard that about girl sisters.
I like that, the fact that like if you say like you guys were at odds, you have someone else to run to. I like that idea. Plus my sister and I were 3 years apart. So I think we were like just on the cusp of like being involved in everything each other were doing, and then having a like larger divide. So it was weird.
Yeah. Adrianna and I are 4-ish years apart, and like that was a great divide growing up. Like we fought a lot growing up, but now as adults, like, oh yeah, that's my girl. Like we get along. Okay. All right.
I was gonna say, I can't remember the last time I fought with my sister.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a tiff in the airport yesterday, but like that
was totally
small thing.
It was also me being
Minor.
funny, and she didn't think it was funny, but like I'm telling you,
Because it was something I told her to stop talking
Well,
about.
that's what I'm
Impersonating.
saying. She can push Adrianna's buttons. Like
She loves to do it. And then if
But
I
Adrianna's
would
easy.
Because she
ever
goes
do
like
it,
this. Here's the button. Press it. Like it's so easy. She literally flashes it. Neon.
There it is. It's being pressed right now. Look at her. Look at her, Kylie. It's being pressed. Are brothers different then? Like, were Jason and Travis just like, do they fight?
Jason said he would beat the shit. They just beat the shit out of each other.
Physical.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, like, you know,
do you have
everyone has-
physical
every-
altercations with your sister ever?
not often. I think there was maybe once or twice where like hair got pulled.
Yeah.
And it was like it's like the stuff that like you would be embarrassed about now, because you're like, really, if we were gonna fight, we should have fought. Like, pull on the back of the hair. And
Do you guys ever pull that illegal move, the kicking? Like you were,
I used to mess with my dad and do that.
There you go. Yeah,
I used to do like the dead leg with my heel onto his leg. Yeah.
Damn. I was an au pair in the Netherlands between high school and university, and I had all girls, and my best friend over there was a Swedish girl, and she had all boys that she looked after, right? And I was like, oh, well, today we like braided each other's hair, and we like baked a little bit, and she looked like she was going through war. She was like, it's just penises. Yeah. Everywhere.
Yeah.
always. Like there's little tiny boys. They're just like naked all the time, taking their pants off, taking
Yes.
their diapers off, whatever. And I
Or
was
like grabbing their crotch.
grabbing. I was like, we're having very different experiences.
Yes,
over
very.
here.
I will say we say gina a lot in our house.
Gina.
A lot.
Is
in
that
our
what you
house.
say? Is that
All
what the
the
term
time
for it?
Well, if you ask them to say the full word, it's vagina with a B.
Of course,
Yeah.
and iconic.
But yeah, it's yeah, I can't imagine. I just recently was telling someone about how my mother-in-law has said that there was one day where she heard, "He has a knife." And she went out on the front lawn and Jason had taken the kitchen knives and was throwing them up in the air and seeing if they could stick in the front lawn.
What?
They also drove the station wagon into the garage door because they were like playing in the car. And then another time, here's a real doozy.
I love this.
Jason apparently talked Travis into. We might not be able to use this.
That poor woman.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Thank God you only have girls.
No, well, there was one point when I had our third, and my mother-in-law was like, "Yeah, you know what? 3 girls still better than 2 boys." I was like, "You know what, Donna? From the stories you've told me,
it seems like it.
And then you have a
Yes.
fourth one. She's like, this is actually still pretty good.
Yeah, right? There are mornings where we're sitting down to start our day, eating a little bit of cereal and coloring, and I'm like, "There's no fucking way boy houses do this. There's no way. We're already like
with your
WWE
cup of
SmackDown,
coffee.
right? No way.
You're doing a crossword.
I'm
Just
so
like
into
Nora
it.
Jones on
Right?
the radio.
We're bird watching.
You're
out the back.
bird
I
watching.
legitimately. That's
Yeah.
legitimately what we've been doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you distinguish the birds by
Some.
their sound?
No, not by their sound.
Oh,
That's coming.
that's coming. That's the next step.
I imagine you've talked about this before, but Jason gets or you both get you're gonna have a son, huh? Which was our dad too. Was like, man, that's a lot of girls in the house. How do you do it? He's fine, guys.
He is fine.
He's
actually great.
better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've tried to explain this to people. The universe knew that my husband needed this much female influence in his life. And he's been blessed. Teenage years might be rough. Like when puberty hits,
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then like 2 of
we're
them
all
are in
synced
puberty
up.
now.
It'll
One
be
gets a
like-
period, the other gets period.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna be. It'll literally be a whole month worth of like every kid can take a week because they just keep sending each other off.
And that was our problem. We never like knew when was happening, but like our dad, like we would be raging bitches around
Yeah.
the house, like high school or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. And like you never think like that's what it could be. Every month I am surprised. I'm like, what? That's like clockwork. But like growing up, we'd be like raging worse than usual. Like
Yes.
to be honest, and like our dad would have to like quietly be like, and like when are you set to like have that period next?
That's-
Like, what do you know? And then it comes
Sometime-
the next day.
Sometimes he wouldn't even ask that, but he could kind of, I think he was keeping track in his mind. And Olivia and I
he
have low iron. So when he knew that our period was about to come, he would remind us, don't forget to take your iron pill.
Those iron pills are on the counter.
What a nice subtle way to be like, hey, it's coming, and you're actually being a bitch.
Have you taken your iron pill today?
Got girl dads take note.
He does that even now, though. He does that even now as adults. Like, I'll be in a mood and he'll know. A couple times he's done it.
It's quite
See,
intuitive.
that's such a nice way. My dad would be like, hey, yo, strap on the King Cody. It's coming.
Right.
Yeah, and that's on having that many sisters.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, because you grew up
Yeah.
around him.
Yep.
Why so many kids?
Irish Catholics.
There you go.
Motherfuckers.
Bing bang mom.
Our
Did
dad's
you-
1 of 5.
Yep.
1 of 5. Did
Yeah.
you go to Catholic school?
I did not. I went to CCD.
Oh, she is.
What's your confirmation name?
It is Bridget with a D at the end.
Ooh, that's fun.
Why?
She's
Where was St. Bridget
saucy.
from?
Saucy. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you think I had a reason?
That's a nice name. Put that in there.
True, yeah.
That's
nice.
literally it.
Today's Tea Time is brought to you by LinkedIn. Go to linkedin.com/jobs to more confidently navigate your job search and discover your next opportunity.
We've all experienced major life changes in the last few years. I recently quit my job.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And so I'll be using LinkedIn soon. Olivia went from being a showrunner's assistant to content creator of Girl Dinner and Ilona's manager. And Ilona's been putting in the work on and off the field.
Kylie, on top of having 4 girls, you're a podcast host, a field hockey coach, and you work with the Eagles Autism Foundation. Is there anything you can't do?
Yes, lots of things.
Such as?
Most things.
Give us one.
Even some of the things that I'm doing.
Joke's on you all.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, the list is lengthy.
Would you
Vegas
say
may
yourself
make it.
master of all trades? Or sorry, not master of all trades. Was it?
Jack of all
Are you
trades.
jack of all trades? We call ourselves that. Would you call it like you could do everything a little bit? You can do it well.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
for sure. I'll give
She'll
it a good
try
old
her
try.
best.
Yeah. Yes, that's
Put that here with a rainbow.
Are you a
on
DIY
my
girl?
gravestone. No, because I'm not crafty enough. I am the type of person though, in less of like the DIY small home projects. I am like I need to move the table, get a dresser upstairs, roll up this rug. Like I'll do it by myself.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm,
it'll get done.
Yeah. Why not?
Do you use girl measurements?
All the time.
Yeah. What's your go-to? Arm wingspan.
Or I'll like compare it to something else in the room.
Nice. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that.
Kylie, could you walk us through your career trajectory? How did you get from graduation day to here?
I graduated from Cabrini University with a degree in communication. Yep.
Me too.
Look at us
Not
putting
from
it.
that
Putting
university,
it
Look at you
though.
now, communicating.
putting it to good
Look at
use.
us communicating.
I know. This kind like podcasting kind of validates spending that much money on a degree. Just
Did you have
slightly.
to like focus on something, or was it just communication?
We did not.
Interesting. They made me like focus on journalism or PR, like both, like weirdly. Anyway, keep going.
No, we were able to dabble in whatever, and then we could continue on with like I did radio for most of my.
Look at you now.
I know. Crazy.
Okay.
Full circle.
Got it.
But when I graduated, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do and definitely couldn't pick something in communications. Look at that. So I ended up going to be a one-to-one, an instructional assistant with individuals on the spectrum or with like learning disabilities in a high school. And I did that for 2 years and then transitioned out of that because we were starting our family. But I still say that was my favorite job I've ever had.
Really?
So when my kids are old enough, you can catch me back in that classroom. It was like a life skills classroom. It was preparing kids for transitioning out of high school and into the real world. And it was so fulfilling and so much fun. And no day was the same, which was exhilarating.
Mm-hmm. How did you find that? Did you see a job posting? Did you know people that did that already?
So I have a connection to the autism community through my neighbor. I call him my brother, Tim. And we grew up together. And so I had experience with individuals on the spectrum. And so my mom works in the school district and she told me about the posting. And I just said, that actually sounds like a good time. And it was a great time. But then after that, I was coaching field hockey then. I continued coaching field hockey. I still have not stopped coaching field hockey. We'll see when that ball drops. But yeah, then we started our family and I just was sort of holding it down with kids and then COVID, that thing. And yeah, I've sort of dabbled in a couple things here and there, but when push came to shove, the Eagles started their Eagles Autism Foundation. I stepped in there in a volunteer capacity. They realized they were not going to get rid of me. And then they brought me on in an official capacity. So for a while, I was actually employed by the Eagles Autism Foundation as an event consultant. So they have one event every year that's raised millions and millions of dollars for the autism community. And it's a blast, and I was able to be a teeny tiny little part of that. We have since had to reimagine my role because I can't do it in the capacity that I was doing it in. I try, but then get stopped quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be working the logistics of an event and then have people like, hey, I want to talk to you. Let's take a picture. And I'm like, I'm actually... this walkie is not for show. There are people talking to me right now.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, and then ultimately it got to a point where we were being talked about so much that in sort of this bump of crazy that's happening in our lives. And I was like, I can't have people keep talking about me when I will set the record straight happily. Like you can just come to me and ask me. And so that's how Not Gonna Lie was born.
And if people would like to donate, what's the link?
EaglesAutismFoundation.org. We have an event coming up at one of the Jersey Shore bars. My husband guest bartends with some of his.
Jersey
Okay,
Shore or just
different.
on the shore of Jersey?
More south.
Cool.
I will say the show accurately depicts Seaside Heights. I've been there once. Accurate.
Oh, heck
Yes. But we are more south.
Okay.
Less gym, tan, laundry.
Okay. If you choose, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've held the event. This will be the 5th year. And a bunch of Jason's former teammates and current Eagles players will come down and guest bartend. And people literally throw money across the bar.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's like stripping, but for bartending.
Pretty much.
That's great.
And for a good cause.
Yeah. Word on the street is someone's ending up in a Speedo this year.
How are they ending up in it? Like,
Well, it could be my husband.
right.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I would
great.
love to see my husband on the Speedo.
For sure.
Why not? I don't know that I necessarily want to see everyone else seeing my husband in a Speedo, but
Has
know.
he not been in one? I feel like he's been in one.
He's been in a
before.
lot of different outfits. He was in a diaper.
Okay, maybe that's where I saw him.
Yeah. On the stage in Kansas City when they did a live show.
Oh.
For New Heights.
Maybe. Yeah.
He was bald then. He got his head shaved.
Yeah.
He was wearing a bucket hat. It was a whole thing.
Is that what you have to do to have a successful podcast?
Wear a bucket hat and shave your head?
Yeah.
Maybe.
In a diaper.
Think of that TikTok audio that's like, that's mine. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
That's my man. I'm stand by him.
That's me. I already had to do that about his flip flops.
What do you mean?
He wears flip flops.
Oh,
Apparently, that's an ick of a
dogs
lot.
out?
That's
Yeah, it's an ick.
That's an ick of a lot of women, and not me.
Not you. In like cities and stuff too, because like open-toed in like New York City is like a big no-no to many people. He just be, wow, dogs barking on the streets of New York. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Olivia did just wear flip-flops in an airport, and that was an insane thing
It
to witness.
freaked me out.
Oh, so Jason does that all the time. And that to me, every time I have to like look at the ceiling so that I don't see his bare feet touching the floor.
He doesn't have pre-check.
No.
my-
He refuses to pay for it. He thinks it's a scam.
What?
Guys.
What's the scam? Hours of your life back?
No, he's convinced that it's a scam. He's like, I'm not paying
It's a
extra money.
conspiracy. I was just on a flight recently where it was like a couple sitting next to me, and he took his shoes off immediately, which is like, okay, yeah. But
Did
like,
he have socks on?
No socks. And then also took multiple trips to the bathrooms. Shoes off.
Nope. My germophobia would be raging. No.
And his wife was just there chilling, reading her thriller like the entire
No.
time. Didn't blink an eye.
Nope.
Like, wow, that's love. That is love.
No.
Gosh.
Oh, God, no. Mm-mm.
Let's get one thing straight. The Maher sisters do not wonder if we're qualified. We know we are. But finding a job in this economy? That's the tricky part. Because the job search can feel like dating apps for your career. Too many options, and no one wants to waste time on a bad fit.
That's why you need a partner that stepped it up. And that's where LinkedIn comes in. They're rolling out new tools that help you confidently navigate and easily discover the opportunities that are the most relevant and align with what matters most to you.
Whether you're looking to work in sustainability, a tight-knit startup, or just want something that aligns with your goals, LinkedIn can help you discover those jobs through their job collections. And rather going scrolling through 1,000 listings, reading every single job description, you can use LinkedIn's job match feature to focus on roles that fit your skills and experiences.
So whether you're fresh out of college, switching careers, or just ready to discover something new, go to linkedin.com/jobs to more confidently navigate your job search and dare to discover your next opportunity.
Women's sports have finally blown up now more than ever. Who are you watching? Who are you excited about? I mean, you got to see a little bit of rugby, but is there just like some sport person that really gets you excited?
I think what's going on in the WNBA right now is really exciting. I think it's the most obvious because of how many stars have sort of broken into that recently. I just love the fact that at any given point you can sort of surf the channels and find women's sports. That to me is a game changer. Like just the other day we ended up watching some college softball because it was being aired. And when I was in college even, I don't necessarily think it was as commonly broadcast. So it's so exciting to have, and it's not even just like a feed, right? It is a full-blown broadcast where they're producing it. There are very great play-by-play and color commentary. It's fully engaged in a way that makes me really excited for just everything that's going on for women's sports.
Could you ever see yourself like being a part owner of a team or getting out there? I mean, that seems to be
I would never say no. Yeah.
because there is a crazy there's not enough teams for all these athletes that are coming out. It's cutthroat out there to be in the WNBA.
Really?
Yeah, because there's 12 spots on a game, and you got all these draftees that come out there. A lot of these women aren't making it because there's not enough space.
And there's a lot of injuries, even less space.
Is there salary caps in the WNBA?
They're crazy salary caps.
Oh my gosh.
Especially in comparison to the
And for how much more
MNBA.
entertaining the MNBA, how much more entertaining it is. Like when I'm scrolling and or when I'm like, surfing channels, I'm not too great about like tuning into any sport that isn't rugby, but like if softball is playing, that is so exciting.
Yes.
Like over a baseball game, an MLB game, unless you're there sitting in the stadium, but on TV, who wants to watch that? Women's sports are so much more engaging and exciting, and like you get everyone's backstories, and it's like I saw this thing about I saw a TikTok of a woman being like, "You want me to watch the MNBA? None of them even kiss, because it's like the dynamics of the relationships, and it's like there's storytelling, and like women just know how to put on a good show, and like
and I
in
love
every way.
the sportsmanship.
Yeah.
With women.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been in professional football. Is there a difference between like personalities in football versus like women's sports? Like, are you seeing that? Like, I guess football is also a space of it as well, but I just think right now we're really seeing the rise in the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, these personalities.
I just think that the way social media has opened up the doors for athletes to be able to bring people in a more personal way and to get to know them so that they're more invested in what's happening on the court or on the field or on the pitch. I think that women specifically enjoy that degree of, like, guys will watch and they know what college the guys went to, they know what their stats are. But at the end of the day, I think women are more invested to be like, oh, I'm really cheering for her because her sister went to this college and I know so-and-so that knows her. And it's like, we need like a deeper connection. And social media has kind of provided that in a way that I think is only exciting people's soul to continue to support women's sports and the women who are playing them.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's right here.
Yeah.
I play a sport nobody knows, but like by being myself on social media has been like so cool. And I think with Jason as well, his personality also like is, I mean, amazing player, but also like people getting the insight into who he is as well. People want that. They want to connect with you off the field, and then when they watch you on the field, they're like, oh, I know that person.
It just makes it that much easier to cheer for you. Like it makes it that much easier to cheer for the people who are participating because it's like you're invested in them as a person as well.
And I think with the three of you too, Jason, you alone, it's like you are all very authentic. Like it's what you see is what you get. And I think people connect with that more. They can feel that about athletes. They're not like, you're not hiding anything. You're not necessarily trying to put on a persona and put on a good show. You're just being you, and people are loving it because you're showing exactly the person that's doing these incredible things on the field or on the court. Like,
well, I think
that's engaging.
That's one of the funny things about sports and athletes specifically sort of picking up speed in their fame is that you worked so hard in your sport to be great at your sport. You didn't work so hard in your sport to get into a stadium and put on a show, right? So you're not there to put on a show. You're there to be like the best, strongest, fastest, like most agile athlete that you can be. And so I think you have no choice but to be authentic because you came into that space in a completely different way. You didn't come into it to try and get followers or to try and get likes. You came into it because you were fucking trucking people and doing your job well. And people were like, oh, she's a badass athlete and she's hilarious. But I would think, more capable of being authentic because of the way that you've sort of built yourself up in your career.
I would say I think it's definitely like that mixture of it, like how much the people around me in my sport has helped me to be authentic as well, and like just translates so much to the things that I do outside it, how much it's carried over. And I guess with that, now that you're coaching, how are you coaching this next generation? Because I'm actually scared of this next generation. Like, is it tough? What are you doing to... because I know coaches for me where you remember your coaches. Like, they are a big impact on who you are as a person, your personality. How are you coaching, and why are you still doing it? I guess it's a lot.
It is. I still coach hockey because I love hockey and I love getting to give these young women skills that you use later on in life, right? Like, there are so many situations in the workforce, in your family, where you need to like be able to work as a team. And so we're not, our record's not outstanding, you know, but we're ultimately, I know that these girls are walking away with a better understanding of like how to work as a team, how to treat your teammates with love and respect. I tell the girls all the time, this is your family. You don't have to like all of your teammates, but you do have to love and respect them. Mm-hmm. And so I think that prepares them to be able to room with a random roommate in college. It's those little things to get out into the workforce and have to work with a team in a professional space. You're all working towards a common goal. You can respect each other because of that, and you can sort of use each other's assets the same way you would on a field to achieve that goal. So those are more the things that I'm looking to do, because those are the things that I took from my coaches. My college coach was like this, I mean, she's this incredible example of a woman who has 4 kids. They were all raised on the side of a field hockey and lacrosse field. She was coaching both lacrosse and field hockey at the D3 school that I went to. She is a cancer survivor. She has coached there she coached at that school for over 20 years. She's just an outstanding example of a woman. And she continues to lift up other women. Once a season, she would bring someone in who was another outstanding example of a woman to speak to the team. Our entire coaching staff sort of lifted each other up. You could tell by the way they worked together that they knew what it meant to work in a team. Mm-hmm. And it was always just a really great environment. And those, like you said, are the coaches that stick with you. Like, I love Jackie. I'll always have love for Jackie. And she is an example of like how I would like to impact my players.
Wow, I got to get on that team.
Yeah.
How competitive are you? Are you like whatever you do, you're going to absolutely destroy, like pickleball with some friends? Are you going crazy?
I have found
peace.
Right.
I have found
You're
the ability,
it.
right? I have found the ability to give myself grace the first or second time I try something. By the third time, I'm gonna get mad. Like, if I'm not, I'm getting mad. Like the kind of mad where you're like, are you good? And I'm like, yep, I'm fine. And it's like,
not fine.
don't talk to her.
This is why you don't craft.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. You didn't get knitting on that second try, you're done.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
We were playing Bananagrams at Christmas, and I was getting really mad when Olivia kept winning. I was like,
which is crazy because I'm not good at words.
It's just the ones that I keep getting. It's not me.
The bad letters.
Jason and I are not allowed to play Settlers of Catan anymore because for a while we went through a phase of playing it on the phone version because it was only the 2 of us. So we would sit on the couch and like pass it back and forth, like the pass and play.
Kind of romantic.
No, it was cutesy, adorable.
Until it wasn't.
Until he put the robber on my space and tried to pretend like he didn't, and I was like, you did that. So I like legitimately,
Betrayal.
it was like. It was. And then the other time he went for the longest road and I was like, longest road is mine. It's fine. I'm bitter, but like I'm getting better about it. So
Is Jason competitive like that too?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my
You
gosh.
put the robber on her thing.
I'm scared.
part of the problem with my husband is that he is good at everything the first time he tries it. It's very frustrating.
Have you gotten into pickleball? You two could really kill it on the court there.
I have tried pickleball. I wasn't terrible at it the first time, but enough that I was like, it was during a charity pickleball tournament, which like, don't look at me while I'm trying it. Don't look at me while I'm trying it.
Yeah.
So,
right.
are we pickleballing?
I just love pickleball. I think I haven't played it in a while, but I think it's so great. But that's also my thing. You know the same thing about sports, any sports. Play pickleball. Great stuff. Maybe a date night sometime. You and him just battling at each other, just whacking these balls back and forth.
And it's the kind of thing where if you're already athletic, I think you'll get the hang of it and just it'll be a good time. Have you played it?
I would say do it, but I'm scared that might end in divorce. So I would just say no.
Well, when we played the pickleball tournament, we were on the same team. So I do think that was helpful. I have said multiple times at this point that I recognize that my husband is good at everything he tries. And so us getting married to some degree was a tactic because you have to pick me on your team.
Smart.
So if you're going to
Think
win,
ahead.
I'm going to win.
I'm going to win.
Yeah.
It's hard. I have played pickleball before. I really like it, but it is cutthroat in New York to get a court.
Oh,
It
they
is
do this at the shore.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not even going to try to like
Yes.
enter that world because I'm going to get annoyed at everyone like having to reserve early in the mornings and this and that.
Do they do the paddle reservation because that's what they do at the shore. You take your paddle and you put it in, and then it moves down so that it determines your spot in line.
I haven't done that because I'm not even getting that far. I've
Okay,
just heard
great.
like some people have to get like IDs for like the New York City parks to like be able to like reserve a court. That's for tennis as well. And I'm not that serious about pickleball.
The paddle and line thing, my version of pickleball is I go estate sailing, and like for really good estate sales in Los Angeles, people will show up early and put like a jacket or a hat and line it up outside of the house as if they've been there, but they're not. They just showed up and then went and did it someplace else too. So you get there and there's a lineup of junk of people in line, and then you're way the frick back even though you're physically there ready for the estate sale.
That
So
would
sounds
annoy
like
me.
that.
I would actually stand there just to spite them to be
It's
like, I'm
so
physically
annoying.
here.
I'm like, you weirdos.
Do you jump the line then? How's that work?
I don't
Are you
know.
then still in line behind
I don't
these
want to
hats
like
and jackets?
disrupt LA estate sale etiquette. I wouldn't want to be that person.
You get blacklisted.
You know what I would do? I'd walk
blacklisted.
up to the front, put the hat on, and walk inside.
Hey!
I'd be like, "This one's mine. Thank
my
you."
bolo.
Yep. Right.
Hello,
You
sir.
don't really look like a fedora kind of gal, but here we are.
Trying something new.
Whatever.
For the trinkets? Yeah. In Paris, when we met and we were chitty-chatting, we talked about girl dinner, and you mentioned that there was a place by your house. that had-
Carlino's Italian Market.
Yeah.
Okay, whoa.
There it is. There it is. I was like, I need to know more about this. Apparently, they make like a girl dinner set with a little sticker on it too, and she sent
Yes.
me a photo of it later, and I was like,
Yes.
oh yeah, they do that.
What else do they have?
Everything.
Homemade tiramisu.
Everything. Oh yeah. You want to know the
Protein
best
salt?
part? They have a tiramisu. It's called, I believe it's called tiramisu for two.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cute. I take that thing home and I am like, I feel victimized by the label.
Right.
Rip that sucker off.
Right.
Go straight in with the fork. To who? To me.
To me.
To me.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is
They spelled the two wrong.
To
Yeah,
me.
they did.
That's right.
Idiots.
So silly. But yeah, they have everything. Tiramisu, I mean, chicken cutlet, all the kinds of salads you could possibly imagine. Tomato pie. I do believe that's a, yep, you all cocked your heads at the same
I
time.
know it. I know it.
All of your heads went, huh, in the same direction. You're going to want to play that back.
Slow motion.
It's basically this happy meeting between pizza, like, what is the thick pizza? Sicilian pizza and like bruschetta, but with no cheese.
So raw tomatoes on top?
It's like
I do believe they go in the oven.
Okay.
I think it's like tomato sauce. There are some places who have a sauce that's like significantly more pureed.
Okay. That's not
for
the
me.
good
Not
stuff.
Well, it's just it's not what I
Just
grew up
sounds
on.
sad what I'm picturing in
It's
my head.
honestly
It's good.
Do you like bruschetta?
Love.
Yeah, you'd be good about it.
You know,
like a
there's
grandma
a tomato
slice.
pie place right by your house.
It's regular pizza though.
Oh, well, why would they take that? They don't understand the
don't
culture.
know.
That's weird.
The culture.
Well, that's like when you go other places and they have Philly cheesesteaks, and I'm like, no.
Is it?
No.
because you're not in Philly. It's like champagne, but you can't have it outside of Champagne, France.
Precisely.
You can't have a Philly cheese. So Philly cheese, though, let's ask this. Are you a believer in one form of cheese over the other? Isn't that like a big debate there?
People get really butthurt about Cheese Whiz.
Okay.
Cheese Whiz is essentially like canned cheese.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly what you think. You could do it out of the little, yep, but it's warm and it slathers on nicely. I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But also delicious.
Is that what you order?
I'm not a whiz kind of gal. I get fried onions with extra American cheese.
Oh, so you're American girl. Yeah.
It's outstanding.
Do some people do cheddar? I think I went to a
No.
place once in Philly and there was cheddar as an option. I feel
Really?
like that seems like it would be too oily.
They should be
and
put
break.
out of business.
Yeah, okay.
Have you had a chopped
I said
cheese?
what I said. I have not. Oh my God. I just heard about this recently for the first time.
You have to. I love it. Olivia put me on it. There's a place right next to me that makes the best ones, of course.
We're in
and
New
it's-
York right now. We should order them here. Keep
while you're
going.
still here. And I was in Philly in February and we got a Philly cheesecake steak. And all my friends were kind of like, I feel like it's just missing some tomatoes and like I feel like we should have a chopped cheese at this point.
Oh, okay,
It's
so
basically-
what's
it's,
on a
it's
chopped
close. Well, it's hamburger meat, but then they cut it up really fine, so it's just like grounds, tomato, onion, American,
It's basically a cheeseburger that they've put into a hoagie.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But like there's something better.
Something so
because they've
good.
broken it all up, so it's like more of the meat gets to be crispy. They melt the American cheese in there. It's the lettuce, tomato, onion, however you want it, and it's like hot, fresh, and greasy, and like. So
I think it's a cousin of a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
you'd
you
love it.
needed to find something similar in Philadelphia, you can order a cheesesteak hoagie,
Oh.
which will have tomatoes, lettuce, pickles if you want them.
That sounds up my alley.
It sounds delish.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
gorgeous.
outstanding.
We're blind ranking the best rom-coms with Kylie.
We are going to be shown various rom-com titles, and we are going to rank them out of 10 without knowing what is coming next. And we got to lock them in. It's stressful, I swear. Are you a rom-com watcher?
I do enjoy rom-coms.
Okay. So good. Are you a reader?
No.
Oh. Back to the rom-coms. You like movies. Yes. Yes.
Go movies.
13 going on 30.
And Ilona, you kind of are Jennifer Garner's doppelganger. You
Some
get
would
that
say.
comment all the time.
She
Yeah.
gets that a
said, yeah.
lot. Do you think she looks like Jennifer Garner?
I could see it.
Okay, yeah. I don't see it, but everyone on the internet sees it. Where we put? Did we
classic
like
movie.
this one? 13 going on 30.
I mean, great quote. I like your dress. I got these great boobs to fill it out.
Yes,
that one.
yes, that one.
I like.
Did you resonate with that?
I did. Because to be honest, she goes like this, and I'm like, are we? Are we packing heat up there?
I
Okay.
love that.
It made me feel seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give it pretty high.
Would you? I remember when I watched this, I wasn't as like thrilled by it, but maybe I was like too young when I first watched it to really understand it. to
The
have it resonate.
thriller scene is just
Yeah, it's
impressive.
iconic.
Yeah.
It is true. Okay, where you want to rank it? Where are we ranking this 1 to 10? Pick wisely.
6,
Perfect. I love that.
It is kind of middle of the road.
right?
Sometimes it's tough to watch.
I don't know that I've ever met someone and they've said 13 going on 30 is my favorite movie. So that's
People
why.
really like it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
Perfect movie.
This is one of my favorite movies ever.
You dumb, stubborn redneck hick. The only reason you won't sign these papers is because I want you to.
Wrong! The only reason I ain't signing is because you've turned into some hoity-toity Yankee bitch, and I'd like nothing better right now than to piss you off.
Actually, I know
Perfect.
the cousin of Josh Lucas, and it was embarrassing because I was flipping through her DVD catalog, and I was like, love Sweet Home Alabama. And I was like, my man. And she goes, that's my second cousin.
No way.
What?
Yes. So I was like, is he single? But
You're
So is
he
he
old
single?
as heck for you.
That's her
Silver
man, her man,
Fox?
her man.
It's distinguished.
Do you like this
older
movie?
man. I do.
Okay.
I
Why
do.
so?
Well, I like that when she gets around him, it sort of brings her sass back out. I do like that.
Her southern charm.
Right? It like reignites, like, she's like, basically, fuck you,
Yep.
gets a little attitude back
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Also, dog, great supporting cast.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just 'cause I'm
The
a dog
dog is
person.
great.
I really enjoy this one. I mean, I could even do it at like a 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so
I
too.
could go
want to go
high.
I want to go high. Let's go. Can we go 3? You go
Yeah.
with that? 3.
Perfect. 27 Dresses. Katherine Heigl, James Marsden. That's also one I can watch many times. I
Really?
guess I really love rom-coms because I can watch these movies a lot.
You like that? You watch this one a lot.
I've watched this one many times.
Really? Why so? What about this one?
I don't know. I could probably watch it tonight because I
Is
love
this
it
the
that
one where
much.
the sister is a bitch though?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
right?
I don't think sisters are really
when
like
she
that.
when
are
she
they?
takes the wherever she was going to get married.
The same place, yeah.
Oh, when she takes her mom's wedding dress
And cuts
Yes.
it up.
and like cuts it up.
Yeah, and then gives her the, don't worry, I saved you the scraps.
Yeah.
Would you not off your sister?
I would.
Right?
That's
too
awful.
much.
Like, and I'm like, is that real life? Like, I bet there are people out there that are like that though. How selfish.
I know. And not to mention, she stole the guy.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But then that guy
also
wasn't even
it.
for
She
her then.
completely
No,
lied
it
to the
wasn't
guy.
it.
Yeah. Not
Ooh,
great.
okay.
Okay, but do you like this one?
I do.
Okay.
Also, the whole like Benny and the Jets thing. We sing Benny and the Jets to our third daughter because she's Bennett. We call her Benny. So real cute.
Okay.
She's gonna have a good time in the bar when she's older and they put on Benny and the Jets.
It's my song.
You see what I'm saying?
My parents wrote it for me.
Oh God.
I'd go 4 or 5 with that.
Yep.
I go 5.
5.
She's the man.
She's the man.
Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum, outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Film.
Standing movie.
Okay, why do you have tampons in your boot?
I get really bad nosebleeds.
Like cinematic genius, truly. And a Shakespeare retelling.
Yes.
All great rom-coms are.
Which one?
It is one. I just don't know which one it is.
They even have some of the same names. Like the high school names in it are the places in like the Shakespeare play.
And then some of the characters I think also
yeah,
are the
they have
names.
the same names and everything. So
12th Night. There you go.
is it 12th Night?
I couldn't tell you a thing about Twelfth Night.
Well, I
I don't know what that's about.
Just say the premise of she's a man, but add a little spunk to it.
Basically,
add
yeah.
guys.
Add some cross. I mean, there's cross dressing in it. I'm pretty sure that's why it's a whole thing. I love this movie. This is
Perfect
a
movie.
perfect movie. 10 out of 10.
Do you have strong feelings about this movie?
I love this movie. I think that the fact that she tries to pull off that she is her twin brother is comical.
1,000%.
I mean, seeing her like putting the sideburns on, incredible, and then trying to speak as if she's like a dude on the soccer team. I'm like,
Brethren?
yeah.
That was the thing?
Yeah. Mess.
I mean, and then just the film, that's the scene in the soccer game when her actual brother is swapped in and like flashes his junk. I mean, like, is that not a good time in cinema? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite line from it?
Welcome to Illyria.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Mine is, and when my eyes are closed, I see you for what you truly are, which is ugly. That's the best one. Where are we ranking this, Kylie?
High.
High, I agree.
I think like 1, 2.
Let's go
One or
to
2.
Let's go to.
Leaving a space for
Love.
Yeah, who knows what for?
This is my favorite
specifically
movie.
two. Is that why it
Princess
is? I was
Diaries
going to
2.
say this seems a little too specific.
Very
Yeah.
specific.
It's my favorite movie.
I loathe you.
I loathe you.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Everything about it.
Is it the mattresses on the steps or?
It's, I don't know, enemies to lovers, Chris Pine. That's my number one, but y'all do what you want to do, I guess.
It is
a great
so
movie.
specific.
It's so specific. There's something magical about it. They're in another
There is.
country.
Yeah.
Like they're
Genovia.
just. She's got
Yeah,
this
Genovia, of
major
course.
glow up.
Naturally.
I do. I love it. Raven Simone is there.
Take my ranking out of it. Where are you guys ranking it?
I would
Where would you
maybe
guys put that?
put it at
I fear that. Yeah, if I were ranking this by myself, I'm gonna tell you I would rank it lower. But because we're
Speak
A
truthfully.
team.
It's okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, speak your truth. 4?
4.
I think we save it. I do think
You
we
save
for
4?
4, yeah.
So you want
Okay.
Alona, it's your
I
favorite
love that.
though.
No, I love that the athlete is coming out. She's trying to be strategic right now. She's like, I don't want to get fucked and have to put something.
There's no winning.
Something
here, though.
lower.
There's
I know, but put it at 7.
7.
No, put it at 4. Alona,
4, Alona. That's
it's
not
your
being
number
true to
1.
yourself.
You got to do 4.
No, I won't let you lie to yourself
That's
like that.
I love that
average.
everyone else was ready to support you in a 4.
She said 7.
7. To
I'm
your favorite.
telling.
That's only mine.
I'm telling Chris Pine on you.
Do it.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I'm actually not a big fan of this movie. I find it very toxic and annoying. But I know that movies aren't supposed to be real life. But that's me.
Sure.
I will agree she slays the yellow dress.
Yes,
But that's me. What about you?
I do love this movie.
Really?
I do.
What about it?
I just like that she's kind of like a badass. Like she's a little rough around the edges. Like the hamburger scene, I feel like everyone can relate to like biting into a hamburger like that. And if you don't bite your hamburgers like that, what are you doing? You're eating your hamburgers wrong.
Right. That's just science.
I don't know if I've watched it enough to know that. I watched it once and I was like, okay.
You've probably seen the meme of it because she like makes a joke about I think like one of her bosses behind her, and then she's like, and like I shouldn't do that.
Oh, I've seen it.
And that will be me. And we got a new gift out of that. Perfect.
If
We can go.
we can go low.
We can go low with this
I don't
one.
feel that strongly about it. I will say it is one of my favorite rom-coms, but I don't
Oh my
feel
gosh,
strongly
well,
enough
it's one
to
of hers.
bump it.
Let's put it 7 then.
7.
I would go higher, but that's just the only room we have.
That's
well, let's
fair.
put it high. 7.
Yeah, we're really filling shit up.
That's what I said. We weren't strategic.
But we just love rom-coms, so this is hard.
We have 8, 9, 10, and 1 left.
Oh my
Go.
god.
This is how it always happens, though.
Okay.
I love
we are
that this
running out of
one
room,
is gonna have to
guys.
be like a.
Crazy good.
It's
Okay,
gonna have to
next.
be strong, like punch you in the face kind.
Oh,
Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. Iconic movie.
I have gel in my hair. I haven't slept all night. I'm starved and I'm armed. Don't mess with me.
Your note here says that Jason ended up watching it by himself because I told my nieces I call them my nieces. They're actually just like our family friends. But I told them they're 16, 17. I told them that 16, 17. I told them that they needed to watch Miss Congeniality, and they were like, we've never seen that before. And I was like, I think we need to watch this.
You'd be a student.
We
of
put
life.
it on and then got a little sidetracked and left Jason in the living room after he really put up a fight about putting on Miss Congeniality, and then he continued to sit there and watch the entire movie by himself.
It's a good one. I feel like that one works for men and women. That's a great movie.
Yeah. It's just a good movie.
It is so good.
FBI agent meets pageantry meets...
I mean, when she launches herself off the stage
in the
lederhosen, whatever it is.
It's not number one, I think, though.
Because
No,
it's
it's
less
not.
rom than it is com. So think about it.
It's hilarious.
They do have a pool kiss scene though, no? Or do they just go in the pool together?
He yanks her in the pool.
He yanks her in the pool. I was gonna say that.
Maybe
I don't think they kiss until the very bitter end. They really make you hold out for it.
Slow burn.
Yeah.
Love it.
Go
Which does
8.
kind of suck because it wasn't until she had a glow up that he saw her as beautiful. So yeah, this isn't a romance.
The way that she was, though, I don't know if I would have seen her as beautiful either.
You're a little rough around the edges. You see the way she was tearing apart that steak?
The way she ate the food.
Oh.
I know we're all for women here, but she was being a little aggressive when she's eating that steak at the counter
And like chugging a beer.
It was like this,
And then she was barbecues on the right. All right, let's give men some credit. Okay,
All right,
I'm sorry,
fine. Let's put this one at
but 9.
Let's go 9.
go 9.
It's more comedy than rom-com.
Crazy Rich Asians.
I love this one. I can watch it whenever I want to play, and I feel like I gotta watch it.
You have to watch it. It's actually
Honestly,
illegal to not.
Isn't that where you watch it?
That's where you watch it.
It's only
Okay, because I've watched it like 2 or 3 times and it's always been on airplane.
Yep.
Why is it so good to watch on an airplane?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, when that wedding starts and the water runs down,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what it is. It ignited something in my soul. I was like, I
Yep.
want to walk down a runway that's flooded
You got
with
mad at
water.
Jason. You were like, why
I
didn't
was
we
like,
have water?
why didn't we
Yeah.
wet our
Yeah,
tile?
right.
What's going on
Where was
here?
my water?
Yeah.
And the song too. That was really beautiful.
Oh yeah.
God.
But
great
in a
movie.
way, he didn't tell her she was rich. We're putting it at 9.
We're putting it almost. Can we
Or
even go
10.
10 because it's not really calm. It's funny, but also they're already in love. Like it's not like a rom-com. Like
And he lied to her their entire relationship.
10.
Not saying we won't watch it all the time. Again,
Oh, love that movie.
but-
Love.
But I think we're going 10. Cool.
10 works.
Okay. 10.
Easy.
Oh.
The Proposal. Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock.
I've watched this movie so many times.
Yeah, I think it's a solid one.
I watched it so many times.
I love this movie.
That's funny too. It's just a funny one.
It is.
It gets funnier every time you watch it.
I mean, when the what is it, a hawk, like, or the eagle picks up the dog and she's like on the phone trying to like swat at the bird. Ridiculous.
I recently watched it and I squealed, screamed, laughed when they run into each other butt naked.
Yes.
Are the both of them naked
Yes.
or
Yeah.
something?
Both naked, yeah.
Both naked. They run it that is rom-com gold.
Yeah.
Also, the In the Woods with Betty White. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
She's a real one.
Hilarious, yeah.
What an icon.
She is.
When the
I'm
sweat
one of the
dripped down my
funniest
balls.
people. Yes. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is sounding like a
This
1.
could be a 1 for us.
Yeah.
This
Put
is
it
going
there.
number 1.
it has a great end credit scene.
Oh, it does.
The visa application and all
Right.
the little questions.
Oh, that character. Oh my gosh, so much good stuff.
The stripper.
Who's also the bartender, who's also the whatever.
Last one.
Here we go.
Will
You're
be
gonna
number
be 8.
9.
Number
or
8. What is it going to be?
Legally Blonde.
I'm kind of okay with that.
I can live with that.
Are you okay with that placement?
One of my closest friends would not be okay with this placement.
Really?
Yeah.
She loves it?
Yes. She's also a lawyer, so
Okay. She's like, it's so true.
That's her Super
yeah.
Bowl.
Yeah.
That's how she got into law school.
I mean, Gab's all in
hot.
on Legally
What,
Blonde.
like it's hard?
Yeah,
She
exactly.
says. That's 8
Sorry
for
about
us.
this,
That's
Reese.
beautiful.
I love you though, girl.
Love you, Reese.
Love you. Hey, we put Sweet Home Alabama really high though.
right.
Oh, see, Reese?
Perfect.
Yeah,
That
number
doesn't
3.
feel right, but we did our best.
We did a good job.
If it was
They
Legally
have
Blonde
sex
the
in the
musical
courtroom,
on
maybe
this
she'll read
list,
it.
Do you read smutty books?
we
We
all do.
all read smutty books.
Alona's reading Cowboy one right now.
Yeah, it's good.
I won't waste your time or anyone else's time, but I am going to need to know your opinions on the 50 Shades of Grey.
I've never actually read that.
We've all read it. Oh, you haven't read
No.
that shit? I've read it many times. All right.
But that's also, when we say smutty books, that's like all of it. Some books just like have sex scenes and you call it smut.
Okay.
That's a
I don't
book
even
about
know what
sex,
would
yeah.
classify.
Yeah. Did you enjoy reading it? Like the reading experience. You said you're not a reader though, but you read that. So like, was the reading experience enjoyable? Like, do you see why people like?
It was fine.
Okay. It was okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
Sure. I read it.
I'm going to be honest. I reread the books when I got disappointed by the movie. Because I thought the movie was disappointing.
They weren't good. No.
The casting was
I was
not
like,
it for me.
why we didn't have an American guy? I can hear his accent.
Right?
I
Right.
could
Right.
hear
And
it.
also he was supposed to be like this very tall, like like
looming,
yeah,
domineering
and
figure.
I think they were the same size.
Yeah.
Can you tell I have an issue with
What?
like I just want like big man.
Big man.
Oh, and big man.
So that you can be.
We've talked about 50 Shades of Grey, I think, on like 4 episodes so far. We don't
We don't know why it keeps coming back to
We
this.
have talked about this so much.
Literally.
What time? How smutty are we talking? These books that you like?
Girl.
Besides that,
Girl, how much you want to know? and
okay,
how much
wait.
say?
Did you see the post of a friend who was like keeping the other friend in check? She posted something on her social media to be like just enjoying the day, and at the very bottom she was like reading a book, but at the top of her Kindle it was like describing a guy's dick.
Oh,
Yeah, like that sort of stuff.
In detail.
No, that's
that kind of
us.
thing.
Girl,
Yeah.
and I
If
was
not
like,
worse, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Shout out to your friend for being like, hey, I read the words on your book. You're gonna want to take that down.
You're a freak, and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
That's
No,
funny.
I would
That's
think about
bad
that
stuff.
forever.
There's
Be like,
books like that, and then there's like the more like fantasy vibes, or there's more like her sheath and his knife and his like, you know what I mean, like that kind of
Was
stuff.
this the werewolf stuff you were talking about?
Yeah,
Got it.
I read Alien Romance,
No.
anything and everything.
Okay.
We're just
cowboy romance,
big
vampire
fans of literature.
I read a lot of sports romances.
She
love
reads
those.
sports
I can't
romances.
do.
I can't do it.
Because it just feels too
I'm like, the team
this
doctor.
would never happen.
That's
Someone
illegal.
call the police. Safe sport that. That's not legal. Oh my gosh. Disgusting. Lock them up.
We haven't talked about that. Someone wrote that Why Choose Romance with You inspired. It was like a rugby one.
Oh, scary.
Oh,
I got
there's fan fiction about her.
No, it's a fully self-published book on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
And Why Choose is like several guys, one girl.
Exciting. Oh my God. What? I know what I'm downloading
you are
later.
the character?
I hope,
Inspired
yes.
by Ilona.
That's called reverse harem. Where there's many guys, one girl. I just winked creepily at Kylie.
I don't know. I think I'm okay. I'm not a reader.
Don't get into
not
it.
a reader.
Honestly, I'm not proud that I like
you're
it.
fine. You're fine.
You're fine. I would
You'll
say
be
stay
safe.
away.
You'll be okay.
Okay.
Going through life without
Okay.
that. So.
Anyway, guys.
Guys.
Thanks
I'm
so
gonna
much
have
for
to rethink this in my list.
Thanks so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original. Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind-the-scenes content.
And a big thank you to Kylie for coming over to the House of Maher, sitting in this little living room here with us.
Thanks for the
Can
invite.
we check you out on Thursdays?
Yes, Not Gonna Lie drops every Thursday.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
The fourth sister.
And you have the height for it, too.
Oh my gosh. You
I
do.
fit.
You do.
Perfect.
We just gotta get your hair a little darker.
A little darker.
I can make that happen. Easy.
Did you make that happen? No.
I don't really care that much.
Perfect.
I'll do it. I don't care. I'm pot committed now.